Hello, I'm Barb Johnston from AnnerleyTV, and today I've got the pleasure of talking to Prue Cox. Prue is the owner of a local business called Purrfect Paws, and it's a boutique cattery, and if you've ever wanted your cat to go to Kitty Cat Hilton, I would suggest you get in touch with Prue. So Prue, welcome, and thank you for speaking with me today.
Thanks, Barb.
And just to make it more interesting, you can see that right over my shoulder there we've got Theo in residence, one of a number of cats staying with Prue at the moment. And I thought, well, I'd start off first by asking, how long has Purrfect Paws been running, Prue?
We're just entering into our 5th year.
5 years. Gosh, I can remember when you spoke about it, and it just seems like yesterday. Can't believe that's 5 years already.
It's fast.
And one of the things that makes Prue's cattery a little bit unique is the enclosures for the cats are quite elaborate, nothing like you'd see in a regular mainstream cattery. So Prue, how about you explain to people how you've configured the layout, and by all means talk about the one right behind me here where Theo is in residence, and why you've set them up this way.
We wanted fun rooms for cats, I suppose. Being animal people, we wanted a room that was fun. So we've made them out of bamboo, ply, cat max netting, which is fantastic for the cats. They make the outdoor.
They can
enclosures.
actually crawl up this stuff.
They can, and they love it. The younger cats just absolutely love it. Lots of hidey holes. We have beds down the bottom with blankets, and they can hide under there. Or as you can see with Theo, he's happy as being up the top, and when he's awake, he can actually look out at everyone and everybody and see who's doing what in the cattery. And a cat loves top position.
Oh.
So we've tried to create a bit of all of that for them.
And you've got another one that can actually accommodate 2 cats. If people have got 2 animals that are used to living together, they can actually come and they can still be in the same environment together.
Yes. We have one room that will do 3 for a smaller time, but they will do 3. And we have a couple that will do 2, definitely 2.
I know we've got a couple in residence over here to my right at the moment, but you'd hardly know the cats were there because they're so well hidden in behind their blankets and tucked away into corners. So I think that's where they like to retreat to. And over my other shoulder here, and I'll show you that a little bit later, is Ziggy actually reclining in his hammock as he's prone to do. So he's a rather gorgeous mature cat, and I'll show you a little more of him shortly. Tell me about what your expectations are of cat owners. And I guess it's all around trying to protect the cat and its health. So what do you want to make sure owners have in place before they book a cat in with you for a stay?
Legally they are required to have their yearly vaccinations. The minimum would be an F3 or feline 3 would be on your vet certificate. They must have a current one of those, be desexed, and not have cat flu. No,
well, I guess that's something that's, it makes plain sense to me, but it's obvious that we don't want our cats to go to a cattery and get sick, and vice versa. You don't want to be putting your cat somewhere where you're placing other pet owners' cats at risk. So that's an obvious one. What about if a cat has a special diet, and are you able to help owners with that?
Special diets we can accommodate. We just tend to work out an arrangement with them, and they bring along the diet, the required diet.
I guess that's something that I've had personal experience with, because my cat's just an old street cat who's very much a loved cat, but he is on a special diet, and I know that when I've brought Max to stay, he comes along with his special food, so I know that I don't have to think about it. He's being fed that while he's here, so that all stands to reason. And I guess it's not just holidays that people need to be able to accommodate their cats for. I know you've had a couple of situations where there have been people renovating, so there's a lot of
moving,
things happening within a household, and so this gives them a safe environment. So that wouldn't be unusual either.
No, a lot of people, and moving overseas, transferring around interstate, the cats might come for a week or 2 weeks while the owners relocate. They'll set up their house and then they'll bring the cat at last.
Oh, right, okay. And I guess also booking seasons, you've had a fair few bookings in the last couple of years through those peak times, because I've known it's even been difficult for me to get my cat in here. How are you finding this Christmas, and what's sort of happening in the year to come?
Christmas, the main 2 weeks around Christmas, you need to be organised basically to book. By probably Easter, we would be booked out.
Gosh,
for the
that's a
following
long way
Christmas.
ahead.
Yeah. I have had last week. I actually had 3 inquiries for bookings around October and November for 2014, and even
Gosh.
I went, "Wow,
That's a long way away.
it is a long way away." But yeah, the off season is okay. But your school holidays and public holiday weekends, because we're boutique, you need to be
Organised.
Organised.
And another thing that I've noticed about your care of these cats is keeping owners up to date with Facebook postings. So someone could be travelling around the world and actually happen to log into Facebook and see what Theo or Ziggy's up to, and they could be on the other side of the world.
But Facebook has been or is brilliant for exactly that.
Yes.
And even if not just the owner, a lot of other clients will also log in, and they will also have a comment about someone else's cat. So it's a very social little networking page. I love it. It's a lot of work to put it all up, but I absolutely love it.
And I guess from an owner's point of view, they have that peace of mind that now and again they can check in and see that their pussycat is okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing. That was the main reason for the photos, was to make sure that, like now, for Theo's owner now, if she was to see that photo, I'm sure she would be completely relaxed, and seeing that Theo is quite at home and quite content to be sitting in his basket.
And here we are discussing him, and fast asleep in the background there, so I think he's in cat heaven at the moment. And here's the beautiful Ziggy relaxing in his hammock. Doesn't he look content? Prue, thank you. It's been lovely talking to you, and I hope that if you've got any interest in having your cat looked after in rather exceptional circumstances, I will have Prue's web address up. Would you like to just tell them what the web address is?
The web address is www.apurrfectpaws.com.au.
All right, and I'll make sure that that's up. So if you've got any questions, I'm sure also if someone did want to book in a cat, you would take an appointment and they could come and actually have a quick look around?
They certainly can, and we actually get a lot of people do that. Saturday mornings, quite often I get people come that are working during the week, and I think that's quite important. If you're going to leave your cat, and especially some of our bookings are over 1 month, they want to make sure that they are also happy as well as their cat.
Well, that sounds like the perfect solution to me. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and thank you for your time, and thank you, Prue.
Thanks, Barb.
It looks like Theo has woken up to have a little look at what's going on around him. And this is the beautiful Phinia.